My name is Rob Fremland. I'm going to be your instructor for Chem 152 this spring. And you may or may not have heard, but we've had a little bit of a change due to the COVID outbreak. So this is a video that's going to help you with the first 3 weeks and the course, actually. So I've put everything on Canvas. So this is what your Canvas site looks like. The Canvas site will open on the 26th. So you can look at the Canvas site. On the Canvas site, I've got this note about the first 3 weeks. So the first 3 weeks, we are going to be online. I know you didn't sign up for that, but I'm going to make it work for you. And this video is going to explain that. Let me just go through all this stuff. This is the welcome and helpful information. This video will be posted in here. Here's your syllabus. Here's an addendum to the syllabus. I'm going to go through all of this. This is how to reach me on Zoom. This is a lecture schedule. And then this is the first 2 homework assignments. And then these are all the modules. And let me talk about that. So let me go through your syllabus first. All right. Actually, let me go through the addendum, actually. Let's do that first. So the addendum, very simply, the first 3 weeks of the semester, we are going to be online. So you can get at my Zoom this way, and this is the password, 791006. And we're going to meet at 9:35 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'm going to do a Zoom hour-and-a-half lecture. When we get back to face-to-face, I'm going to be doing that on a whiteboard, so this will be very similar. So I strongly suggest you take notes, and that's how I'm going to lecture. So you definitely need to attend. I will take roll. Zoom allows me to take roll, know who's there. If you're using a Zoom alias, at least for when we're doing this, if you could use your real name or send me a note what alias you're using so I can give you credit for being there. I will also publish I'm going to record the Zoom videos and I'll publish them, so if you missed something or if you want to go over it again, you're welcome to. Again, once we go face-to-face, that won't be happening. Right? We won't be doing that. And then the only other change in the syllabus is the first 2 homework assignments are going to have to be turned in online. And when we get to homework, well, let me explain that now. So what you'll do with the first 2 homework assignments, I put them up here, is if you click on this, these are the homework questions, and then just do them on a piece of paper, and then you'll be able to upload them here. Just homework 1 and homework 2. So you'll click on this, it'll pull up all the questions on the homework. See if it'll pull up kind of quickly for you here. So just take a second. Yeah, there's a bunch of questions. You can answer them on a separate piece of paper, and then you'll be able to upload them. Upload them right here. All right. All the other homeworks you will turn in actually in class, and those homework questions are way down here under homework assignments. All right. So that's the only changes we're going to make. So now let me go through the course itself, and I'll talk about the website. All right. So the course itself, this is Chem 152. It's prep for general chem. You should definitely check your major to make sure that this is indeed the course for you, because there is a Chem 100 course that's a little bit different, more designed for allied health majors and things like that. So you want to check your ed plan, make sure you're in the right course. All this stuff you can read for yourself. All right. Textbook is the 6th edition of Tro's book. You can use an older edition if you want, if it saves you money. That's fine with me. I don't really care. And I do have homework questions for some of the older editions. You can use the online edition. You can use the paper edition, whatever works for you. You do not need an access code to Mastering Chemistry. I won't be using that at all in this course. My office, well, I'm going to have online office hours the first couple of weeks, but after that it's in 415K. Tuesdays from 8 to 11, Wednesdays 11 to 12, Thursdays from 10 to 11. I will be using those office hours during the first 3 weeks as well. It'll just be on Zoom. And so I'll have a Zoom session open, and I'll just be sitting here working on stuff. All right. You can also email me. All right. Attendance and withdrawal. I definitely want you to come to class. So I'm going to take weeks. Take roll the first couple of weeks on Zoom. I do that mostly to clear out people who've never attended, and also if I want to be able to give ad codes to people, I need to know how much space I have. All right. All the exams, of course, are going to be given in the classroom, so you definitely need to be there. Obviously, if something comes up and you can't attend class, shoot me a note, and I'll work with you. All right. All right, so April 8th is the drop date. All this other stuff is relatively standard in a syllabus. So again, if you decide to drop the class, make sure you do it. Don't assume that I'm going to drop you. All right. Here's some guidelines for COVID during the pandemic, so we're all going to be wearing masks and all that good stuff, but I'll let you read all through that. Now, as far as material, everything, I do have a lot of stuff on Canvas, even though we're not going to be using Canvas that much after the first couple of weeks, although I'm leaving material there if you want to look at it. So let me go through what the material is. So again, the first couple of weeks, I'm just going to lecture on Zoom. I will post the Zoom recordings in this module, right? After that, these are what I use when we were teaching online. You never have to look at this material if you don't want to. That's completely up to you. But this is a set of PowerPoints. I may or may not use PowerPoints during my lectures. I probably won't. But if you want to see a PowerPoint and then videos of me going over the PowerPoints, these are not the same videos that I will be doing in class. In class, it'll be live. These are recordings, these are videos I made when we were shut down. But it's the same person talking about the same material, so it'll be very similar. So you can certainly review these on your own, but you don't have to. You never have to open these up. But it's kind of nice for you to go through, at least look at these when you'll be able to do homework 1. But I'll say all this stuff in class. So like I said, you never have to open these modules, but they're there as reference or additional material, right? And there are several of them. Right now, in addition to that, the homework assignments are posted on Canvas, but all they are PDFs, and they're just a bunch of questions. So what you will do for homework is you'll open this up. I showed you this before. You'll open this up, answer the questions on a sheet of paper, and turn it into me, and I'll grade it. All right. The first homework is due on the 7th of February. I believe I put the date in the number 1 and number 2 you're going to upload through Canvas. After that, you'll turn them in class. Make sure your name is on it so I know whose it is. The way I grade homework is if you did all the homework and turned it in on time, you're going to get 5 points. Then I'm going to spot check 5 questions. I'm going to randomly pick 5 questions to check. Those are the only ones I'll check. And I'll check those, and if you got those other ones correct, then you'll get the other 5 points. So homework is worth 10 points. Once the homework has been graded and I'm returning it, I will post answer keys to the homework, and you'll see the homework answer keys. Obviously, they're not published now, but this is my addition. You'll be able to have the answer keys and see what the worked out solutions are. I don't post answer keys to book questions because the book has the answers in the back. All right, so that is how homework is graded. Exams, there's going to be 4. It says 1 hour, but they're actually 1.5 hour whole period exams during the term. They will obviously be in class. The dates are posted on a schedule, and I'll show you the schedule in a moment. Exams are 100 points. I'll give you a periodic table. You need to show your work, all that kind of stuff. When we get closer to the exams, I'll give you a little bit more information, but they're going to be short. They're going to be true, false. There's usually 5 true, false, 5 multiple choice, then short answer, problem solving, things like that. All right. Of the 4 midterm exams, I will throw out the lowest. Remember, they're 100 points each. And then everybody takes the final, and this is the date of the final, the last day of class. Grading looks like this. There are 13 homework assignments. There's actually 14, but I'm going to count the best 13, 10 points each. And then there's 4 exams. I'm going to count the best 3. That's 300 points. And then the final. So even if you've done well on everything, everybody takes the final. All right? And then the way I do it is homework is 10% of the grade, and the exam is 90% of the grade. So I take your homework percent times 0.1, the exam percent times 0.9. I add them together, and that's your percentage in the class, and it's a 85, 75, 65 scale. All right. Another thing that is on the Canvas site that you can see, let me find it here, on the Canvas site in this welcome module, all right, is a lecture schedule. The lecture schedule looks like this. It's just a PDF of this, and all this is telling you for each week what material we're going to cover. If you want to look at the old PowerPoints and videos, these are the ones, and these are the sections in the textbook. All right, these sections are for the most current edition of the textbook. Okay, and then you can see week 2 will be covering this, and again, the first couple weeks I'll be lecturing on this. We are going to take our first exam, interestingly. We're going to come back face-to-face the week of the 21st. The 21st is a holiday. That's a Monday. So the first day we will be back in class is the 23rd, and that's your first exam. But you will have spent a lot of time with me on Zoom, so you'll be able to get a really good feel for what the exams look like. And this is published, so you can look at this and have a good feel for what's due when. Or, I'm sorry, what material is being covered when. Now, another thing that is on Canvas is when you're getting ready to look for an exam, we are going to have exam review sheets that are available. I have the old exam keys posted. So these are the actual answer keys to the exams I gave last summer. So you can certainly look at these, and these are literally the questions I gave and the answers to those questions. All right. I will leave these up until after you take your exam. So after you take your exam 1, I'll delete this and I'll post the answer key to your exam 1. It'll be down here right below the old final. And then you can look at when you get your exam back, you can see what the right answers were, and that would help you prepare for the next exam. But this is the exams are going to be the same format as these. So they're literally going to look just like these. And you can click on this. These are going to be available every day. That'll help you prepare. If I was preparing for the exam, what you might want to do is you could download this and just cover up the answers, and then you could actually take the exam in your own home, get the old exam. New exam is going to be similar. It's written by the same person, covering the same material. Right. Last thing I just want to talk about on the syllabus. Let me get to the syllabus. Here it is. All right. Is I put in this section on student success, and that's because for many of you this may very well be your first chemistry class, or it's maybe the first in a long time. Also, one other thing I always mention this: if you have any type of a disability, you need to let me know. I can't, it's no one's business but yours and mine, but I can't help you if I'm not aware. So you need to let me know, just between you and me privately. You can shoot me an email, you can come to an office hour. When we're face to face, you can hand me paperwork or whatever. All right, so just some good, in general, good advice. And this is all about being a good student. And as you move forward, right, you're going to be students for a while, especially if you're a STEM major. So time management is a big deal. And I know many of you have very, very busy lives. So it's important that you cut out the time for this class. And so in general, it's believed that for every hour you're actually in class, a couple of hours outside of class. So we're in class about 3 hours a week, maybe another 6. Now that's going to, outside for doing homework, reading the textbook, going over your notes, things like that. Now, that's going to vary from week to week. That's going to vary from student to student. Some students catch on very quickly. Some students, need a little bit more help. So you have to fold that in. So make sure that you've got enough time to devote, because you want to be as successful as you can. Take advantage of lab time. So when you're in a lab, whether it's my lab or someone else's, you finish the lab, right? So now you've got another hour, maybe. Maybe you've got all the lab work done and you still have an hour to kill. That's between you and your lab instructor, but you can certainly work on lecture material during that, and your lab instructors are more than capable of helping you with lecture material, right? Reading the textbook, I don't know what it costs, but it's, it's not cheap. Read the book. All right? I've told you what sections material is in. I do jump around a little bit. Taking notes is a great idea. All right, and when we're in class, I can slow down. When we're on Zoom, it's a little bit harder for me to see you that way, but I'll try. But that's very helpful. Taking good notes and going over them. Forming study groups, make a friend. Keep up. Right, getting behind is dangerous. And I don't care if you work together on homework. Just remember, on the exams, you're on your own. Okay, doing the homework, of course. And please, please, please come by office hours, whether we're on Zoom or face-to-face. Tuesday mornings, I'm going to have a Zoom office hour because I have another class that only is going to meet once a week. So I'm going to keep that available. All right, this is standard language you can read. This is the same document that I have posted on Canvas, but this is the schedule. All right, and it has when things are. All right, so that pretty much takes care of the course, the accommodations we're going to make uh, during during the first couple of weeks because of the uptick in the pandemic. So I'm looking forward to meeting you Monday the 31st at 9:35 on Zoom. And I'm just, like I said, I'm going to go through a lot of this material again, and then I am going to start the lecture. I do try to, in my class, kind of start fast at the beginning when the material is not quite as challenging. That way we can slow down as necessary. All right, so I'm not going to waste your time, so you should expect to be in class the whole time because if we use the time, then that buys us time as we progress. All right, have a nice week, and I'll see you very soon. Take care of yourselves.